So, Sorg,
Mm.
you really need to try Japanese toilets.
This has been something that's been, and Shachi's in the chat room too, so I know he's the first one I approached this with. This is something that's been on my mind for a week. Like,
Sorg,
legitimately.
Sorg, I legitimately looked into how much it would be to get one of those shipped to my apartment.
And that's kind of where I'm at. I think I want to talk
I
about this.
legit-
I want to look at a couple of those articles. I found some toilet tech articles, so I'll take a peek at that. But yeah, I think I want to
Sorg, do you want to know how great the bathroom was at the Japanese hotel I stayed in Tokyo?
How great.
All right.
Has
First
your
of
butt
all,
never been the same?
no, it really hasn't. It really hasn't. First of all, heated seats. I can't stress this enough.
I have that now. I have that in the newer car that we got, and I cannot even imagine how amazing that probably is on the other side. So this isn't right.
Sorg. Along with heated seats, in the bathroom, they had a volume control for the television.
Now, I've been to people's places where they've had a television in the bathroom. Now, I don't think that's necessary. I don't think that's necessary anymore because we all have devices. Let's be honest, we all have devices.
Yes. But Sorg, do you know how pleasing it was to have to take? Let's be honest, a lengthy dump.
Let things run their course.
While I was able to listen to English commentary of the Yankee game
in Japan,
in the bathroom, in Japan, because I believe Chen Ming Wong was pitching.
Oh,
I was very excited.
And they're not shy about English language things over there, right? Like, I mean, they're fairly like
nope.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty good. It wasn't as horrible as I thought it'd be.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sorg, ever experienced a bidet?
No. I've seen a very ancient bidet in a castle that I toured once. Are you with me? Uh-oh.
3, I'm here with the Sorgatron. I hope you're recording this. Are you recording this?
I'm not, other than the YouTube thing.
You may have to pull it from the live.
Well, hold on a second. Hold on.
Okay.
Should I start?
We may have to clip it.
You want me to start? Okay. Well, tell me more about this.
We might as well start over, and I can describe everything.
Okay.
Yes. So should I start from the beginning? Show?
Well, what? Of the conversation? No. Just continue. You're good. Just go. I'll just snag it later.
About bidets.
Tell me about the bidets, Mike.
I was very scared. I was very scared because...
Well, it looks like a contraption. I mean, we've had the Gambinos on the show after they toured Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And do you remember that conversation we had with them?
I do, and that actually is what reminded me of like what I would possibly see when I went to Japan.
Okay.
And it's very daunting to sit on a toilet when there's a little array of buttons next to it. At first I felt like, not going to lie, Captain Kirk.
Right.
Because you're sitting on the throne, the most important chair in the room, and there's buttons next to it, and the first time I sat down, I was afraid to try the bidet. I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a mistake on my part.
Well, you know what? I was afraid to fly until I did, and I realized it wasn't half bad. And that's a really funky looking contraption too.
Yes, we've all told you flying's not that bad.
No, yeah. And you're telling me
don't know...
that the bidet is not that bad. Now, okay, on the bidet side.
Well, see, I did a beta run of this.
Okay. Tell me about this. And okay.
Yeah. Well, my dad was at work. I did a beta run,
mm-hmm.
and I just stood next to the toilet, and I pressed the varying buttons to see,
what would happen?
What would be happening.
Like let's observe our situation before we stick our butts out. As
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to do any bodily harm.
Right. Of course. It's sound. It's sound.
Because there were two tubes.
Mm-hmm.
Two tubules coming on the underside of the rim of the toilet.
Okay.
And one was pointing in one direction, one was pointing in another. And I was fascinated by this. And I pressed the buttons, and I'm like, oh, it's a gentle stream. It's less than maybe your average water fountain. So, it eased my mind a little bit.
I would hope so.
So then, as I found the Yankee game, and I realized, oh, nature needs to take its course. So I went to the bathroom,
mm-hmm.
and after I'd finished doing my business, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. But see, the buttons are not labeled for gender.
Oh. Yeah. So you got a little how you doing?
I got a nice little surprise.
Hello.
and I have to say, water temperature, optimal.
Really?
Optimal. And you can adjust the temperature.
Oof. I mean, is this am I to imagine that, is this just because it was a fancy hotel, or is this does everybody have something like this? Is this the norm? Because I'm looking at my toilet in my bathroom, and mm-hmm. and it looks the same as the toilet that I'm pretty sure I probably trained on 30 years ago.
Right. Well, I went to department stores because I was curious about the same thing.
Oh, you did some investigating.
Oh wow! Oh, Sorg,
you are not done with this.
The hell out
You're
of
like,
this.
I need to bring this information back to my people.
Yes, I looked at it as a scouting mission.
Mm-hmm.
If I ever were to obtain such funds where I could bring this to the Western culture,
mm-hmm.
I decided.
You're like a toilet Christopher Columbus.
I am. I call it the West Shitty Indies.
Oh, we were so clean up until then too.
I know.
We were so clean up until then.
Ironic.
Why did we ruin this?
Well, no, but Sorg, it's not only slightly vulgar. It's part of the pun because toilets. Anyway, there are a lot of different versions, and I realized the one I was on, was not the most glamorous one. Because they have some options. They have some options, Sorg. There were ones that were front and back shooting. There were variable shoots where you can. It was very in depth.
Okay.
But I will say there were normal toilets too, so I assume this is just because of the hotel I was staying.
Okay, so this is not this is not representative of the everyman.
I do not believe so. I didn't invade anyone's house and ask to use their toilet, or at least to see it.
No.
I felt that would have been out of line.
I mean, you're a tourist. You're a toilet tourist, and it's just out of line.
I probably would have been able to forcibly interject myself into a house because I was physically larger than every other person I saw there.
That's true, but once we start that's crossing the line, and then they'll never let us come back.
It's crossing several lines. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's not like general American curiosity. Like, does your toilet flush in the opposite direction? This is like, do you have a heated seat? Like, can I see a bidet? Is that what you're rocking here?
Is it now that culture is more open to different aspects. They're very open sexually. They're very open culturally to new different things. Is this why they've put so much attention on your tush?
I would like to think so.
Mm-hmm.
Because given that in the department stores, to access the toilet area, It is literally impossible to not pass a sex toy aisle.
Oh, there you go.
I think they're related.
Now, here's my confusing. I'm looking at bidets on Home Depot does sell these. And this doesn't look like something I want to sit on to poop.
Okay, well, a bidet, just a bidet in general.
Oh, so there's
is not something you sit on to poop.
Oh, so there's just. But how does this work? Do I still put my butt on it?
You hover.
You hover. So you're telling me I have to do my action, and then I got to do a movement over to a secondary device to take care of things. One, at least. Okay. So one, I need more plumbing.
Now, Sorg.
Yes.
Sorg. I'm going to put this link in the chat room for you because I'm also a digital Jedi, much like yourself.
Okay. I'm going
BioLife Technologies.
BioLife Technologies. That sounds important.
Yes. This is roughly similar to what I was using.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, I gotta load it up. I had something running here. That's I'm gonna clicking on this. Gonna click on this thing, and no, that's actually the Hangout. Never mind. Wrong link. Wait, where'd you put this?
Wrong.
Where'd you put this? Which link? Oh.
In the Hangout.
I'm sorry. You know how many computers I have in front of me.
I know.
All right. Oh, I'm covering your face. I'm sorry. Well, that's okay because I can show this. Okay.
Yeah. So it's fine.
So let me put this over your face. Let me put this toilet over your face, and we'll see how this goes.
And
what am I looking at? So this Coco bidet, simply the best. Which is funny because that's one of the wrestlers' taglines here. Well, that's got a lot of buttons.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a product demo.
And Sorg, it's only $339.
It's way cheaper than the ones I'm seeing that look like they're from 3 centuries ago on Home Depot.
And Sorg, it has these are the functions, and they're actually labeled, which is very, very nice. Mine was labeled, but in Japanese, so that did not aid me.
No, of course.
You have
it's all characters, right?
These are the functions you have.
Okay.
They don't bury the lead here on this, Sorg. They start with enema. Enema, aluminum nozzle.
Well, who says that enema had to be a dirty word? You know?
I'm not saying it does. I'm just saying they don't bury the lead.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Thank you for them for not burying the lead as well.
Sorg, this is even more advanced than the one I use. This is the future.
Okay.
After heated seat, do you know what's next, Sorg? Deodorizer.
That's how the ladies do it.
Now, it sounds like a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know about you. I eat a lot of Mexican food. That sounds like a challenge.
In Tokyo?
No, just in general.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming this is for Americans. So, deodorizer, we eat a lot of pork
the inflection
products.
You threw on that. Like, we're talking about another culture, so I might need to make sure you know that we're talking about Americans.
But Sorg, the features don't stop there.
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
What?
An LED cocoa light. So you don't miss in the dark.
Define cocoa light.
Cocoa is the brand.
Oh, okay.
But an LED light.
It's got
so
a
you
remote
do not miss
control.
And catch shit in the morning.
Yeah, that'd be helpful.
And Sorg,
huh?
There's a massage function.
Wait.
Yes.
Wow.
Massage pulsation function. And I'm not sure what this means. A kids function. I don't know what that means. I assume it's child friendly. I'm not sure. But there's also adjustable water pressure and temperature. That was similar to what I had. Posterior and feminine wash. That was what I had.
How do I add this to my Amazon wish list?
A warm... we should just start a Kickstarter.
To clean my butt?
Yep. A warm air dryer. A soft closing lid and seat. And it's energy saving, Sorg. It's energy saving.
Well, that's the thing, because I'm just like, we still crumple up pieces. I mean, it's no 3 seashells, but we crumple out pieces of paper and pull them up our butt. No, okay, not up. You know what I mean.
Yeah,
we do what we do with it. Everybody knows. Maybe some of us do it different ways. You never know. You know, maybe we're lady people and we do it the lady people way. But, man, it just seems... What they need, also, is something for... Because there's nothing to address your standing uppiness, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, maybe that happens, and you want to have some lady time, and you think about it, it's a very dirty proposition.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, what I picture in my head, nobody steal this, I'm going to patent this. You remember those hand dryers, the hand dryers that you stick it in and you don't touch anything and it'll pull it out?
Mm-hmm.
You know, just so, you know, in case, you know, you never know, there's a little dribble or something, you know, just so you're not, you know, soiling yourself minimally,
right.
You know, minimally. So it's like, and it's the same kind of situation. So it's like a drying glory hole.
Oh, I
you see what I'm getting at? You see where I'm getting at?
It's I see what you're saying. Let's we need a name for this though.
We got ideas.
We need a name for this though. So we need to patent this.
Well, I mean, we can't. Like, you gotta step away from the glory hole. There's connotations on that. Everybody's gonna think it when they see this thing. Right?
Of course.
And at first, just like your experience, and you're turning the little knobs and seeing the little faucets, you're gonna want to experiment with this. You know, you don't just stick your butt in places that you're unfamiliar with, and you can imagine the issues on the other side too. So it has to be welcoming.
Right.
Right?
And you'd also I think there would have to be some sort of temperature adjustment on there, because
yes,
that's the last problem you need. You don't want that.
And maybe this isn't something that gets piloted in public restrooms. Like, this is more maybe a private function.
I don't know. I could see it working at Dave & Buster's.
Why Dave & Buster's?
Because they have urinals that are video games. Sorg. They pioneer bathroom technology.
I haven't been to one of those for a while.
No, this is legitimate. Like the Dave & Buster's in Times Square has a video game that you drive a car based on your stream.
Yeah, I've been wondering about that. There's one thing that came up when I was thinking about this over the past week. Like, literally, this has been weighing on my mind for a week. I mean, and granted, you know, it just seems like, you know, I want to, you know, you do your thing, and we use so much water, and we use so much toilet paper. To the point where I'm thinking this was like the reason we don't continue this is where the thumb of big toilet paper is keeping us down. So they can still have a business. They gotta sell dead trees somewhere.
That's true. I mean, you know, most of those trees are already dead. So I think it's just reusing the resources.
You know, with all of this going on, somebody in the chat room still wants to talk about movies.
Wow. I mean, see, this is why we're behind as a culture, Sorg.
Oh, I want to not watch the interview on Netflix this Saturday. I don't care about what happens with my butt.
Ooh, whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. You know what else? Ooh. And you know what? I bet in the interview, they use these futuristic toilets, Sorg.
Maybe.
I bet they do. I bet James Franco. Of course, James Franco.
Oh, dude. James Franco's got the drying glory hole already. If anybody's figured it out, it's James Franco. Let's be honest about this.
Man, you're right. Sorg, how can we steal this idea from James Franco?
I think we already did.
We need a better name though, because knowing him, he probably just called it the Frank hole.
Which would have been a great name. Damn it. The Frank hole.
The James Frank hole.
Make sure you are cleansed.
I'm sure there's actually probably a truck stop restroom that someone put his picture up, and it's called the James Frank hole.
Well, now you're killing the now you're killing the branding.
Well,
again.
no,
now
no.
We're back to our first problem.
Sorg, if he has copyrighted this,
Mm-hmm.
I want to slander the name as much as possible.
Oh, so this is a business tactic.
Yes.
Oh,
this is a business tactic. It's
I like this.
I'm jumping out. I'm sorry. This is a runaway train. You gotta keep with it. Keep with it.
So runaway train never coming back again. Who was that? That Collective Soul. Asylum? Collective Asylum? Something like that. What is it? There's Collective Soul and there was the other one.
Soul Asylum?
Soul Collective? Soul Asylum. No, that's not it.
I don't know.
Hold on, I'm going to look that up now.
Welcome to Tangent Cast.
The Tangent Cast. You should do that. I mean, this is like, you know...
I'm really liking the toilet talk we just had. Chachi coined it. That's
I wish I was recording that one.
It's Chachi.
Toilet talk. Welcome to Toilet Talk.
Welcome to Toilet Talk.
Welcome to Toilet Talk. We talk about the talk and we take care of your butt.
We talk about how to maintain a healthy butthole.
How do you protect your poodah?
Oh,
Speaking of shit, the interview is coming on Netflix this Saturday.
Hey,
bring it around.
Bring it around.
Woo! And marker.
The best part is, Malengo knows nothing about this. So as soon as he comes on, we'll be like, so Malengo, have you used a bidet?
Well, okay. I know he's visited the homeland.
Uh-huh.
And we're going to get